Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should always drink your tea from glass or a mug. Now before we begin, I highly recommend you check out our back catalog of episodes, and I'll make sure I put some that are germane up here. Now, I think pre-COVID, if you went to a coffee shop, and let's be real, there aren't a lot of tea shops, but if you went to a coffee shop, more often than not, they would serve you the coffee in a mug. And then I've noticed, since I do go to a lot of coffee shops, I do notice that after COVID, everyone was switching to the cardboard. And I was frustrated by that because I would go to coffee shops, and of course I would order tea because I haven't had coffee in 30 years. I would order tea and they would give it to me in-house. I would stay and sit and they'd give it to me like this. And I'm like, no, I want it in a mug, something porcelain, glass, whatever it is. And right now I'm drinking a Alishan Taiwanese oolong. I'm like, I want it this way. And so I thought it'd be good to do an episode as to why you should really drink your tea from things that are not cardboard and, heaven forbid, even worse, styrofoam. So reason number 1, let's look at styrofoam. Styrofoam never makes anything taste better. How many times you got to like a church event and they got coffee in the styrofoam cups, or whatever, back in the old days when you were at a frat, you would drink a vodka shot or a jello shot from styrofoam. Styrofoam never makes anything taste better in any way, shape, or form. The other problem with styrofoam is that styrene, which styrofoam is made from, has some hormone disrupting issues to it. So it's an endocrine disruptor. But aside from like the health holistic reasons, it doesn't taste good because one of the things that the styrofoam does is it absorbs the flavor of coffee or tea into it. So it minimizes the taste of it. So that's one reason. And it's not much better with cardboard. Cardboard takes away from the taste of coffee and tea if you're drinking from a cardboard cup. Now, the other thing is they've done a lot of studies, especially out of England, about how we perceive that when you drink coffee or tea from a mug, from a cup, like a porcelain one, or even the old nice china that they used to make from China back when they would have English tea in the 1890s, we perceive it psychologically as being more higher grade, better quality tea. And they've done blind studies on this. So when they serve somebody in cardboard or styrofoam and somebody in a mug or in glass or whatever it is, they'll ask them questions about the tea. And consistently, it's, oh, the tea in this one doesn't taste as good, even though it's the same tea. So psychologically, we associate takeout cups and styrofoam cups, all these, as being inferior quality. And the third reason I would tell you not to drink from cardboard or styrofoam is really it takes away from the whole principle of tea drinking. We've talked about how, like with tea, it's not about drinking the tea, it's about enjoying the tea, savoring the tea, using the 5 senses, looking at the tea leaves, smelling the aroma that comes from it, looking at the liqueur of it, all these things. And when you're drinking from to-go containers with a lid on it, especially even worse, with a tea bag in it with the lid on it, it takes away so much of the beauty of drinking tea. Tea is meant to be drank, I would tell you, in a mug, or even better, in a kyushu or a gaiwan or a shiching or a kung fu set, or any of these things where you can visualize all of the things. That's the way tea is meant to be drunk, and that's how we serve it. Like, we're never going to serve it at the tea house if you're sitting down in cardboard containers like many coffee shops still do. We'll only give you cardboard if you're taking it to go, but you're going to get served on a mug that you choose. We're going to have different cups of different styles, and you'll get to choose what you want because it just tastes better. And the last thing is, scientifically, we know that when tea and coffee interact with cardboard or styrofoam, they, especially with a lid on it, they oxidize in a slower manner. And when you oxidize in a faster manner, I don't mean like oxidation as you're making the leaves, but I mean just oxidizing. The word oxidize just means being exposed to oxygen. So when you drink out of something like this, it's getting oxidized faster. It's been interacting with oxygen faster. And of course, it's dissipating the heat faster than if you would from a cardboard cup. But the oxidation does make the tea taste sweeter. It does enhance its taste. There's been a lot of studies about ice cream too. Like if you eat ice cream from a metal spoon as opposed to eating ice cream from like a cardboard spoon, like the ones they used to give you with ice cream and Blue Bell, it tastes differently. There's something about the interaction with metal and ice cream that makes it taste better, and it's no different with coffee and tea. So in closing, you should be drinking tea and coffee from mugs, from glassware, from teaware. That's the way we've always drank it. And using this stuff is just pales in comparison, and you really should not be drinking your tea because you're minimizing the taste, but more importantly, you're minimizing the 5 cent quality of savoring tea in general. Guys, post in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and God bless.